Okay, Karen, it's live.
Great, thank you. And it's 11 o'clock, so good morning, everyone. Welcome to the latest special board meeting of the MRC Board of Directors. I'm Karen Fassel, the president. And we have once again a short agenda in front of us. I guess we'll start actually with approval of that agenda. Is there any changes to the short agenda that we have, which consists of an executive session and pretty much that's it? All right, seeing no changes, we'll move forward with that. Before we consider the motion to go into executive session, I wanted to provide a brief update to folks listening in. As many of you might have heard or read, the judge did not approve the sale, but rather felt that we needed to have a hearing. He needed to have a hearing to consider some more information with regard to the lien holder claims. But I'm pleased to report that it looks like MRC has been able to work with the lien holders for a resolution. I'm going to hand it over to Sean Doyle from Eaton Peabody to provide a little bit more detail about what the motion was that was filed yesterday and what that might mean for the timetable and process. And if you could fill us in, Sean, that would be great.
Absolutely. Thank you, Karen. Yes, we were able to reach an agreement in principle with the two objecting lien holders due to our executive director's great efforts getting that done. So we are working right now on documenting those. And as soon as those are documented, the agreement is that those two parties will withdraw their objections. And our anticipation is that at that point, then the court will issue the order approving the sale. Yesterday, the Receivers Council filed a motion notifying the court of that status, and that we anticipated that that will happen shortly, and we're working hard on getting that done. The court issued a short order simply saying that they'll wait for us to file that revised proposed order, kind of memorializing what the agreement is, and that no further hearing is needed at this time. So we feel positive about moving forward. We're really happy that those two lien holders were able and willing to work with us to get this done. And so we'll keep working on that and hopefully get that done shortly.
Great. So if I might just sort of clarify that for layperson's terms.
Sure.
So if the lien holder objections can be cleared, that means that the sale to the MRC can proceed unfettered, essentially.
We believe so. So there were three remaining objections after the hearing on the sale motion. One of the objecting parties withdrew their objection. Two of the objecting parties have asserted mechanics lien, so basically rights in that property. Those are the ones that the court seemed to care about and wanted the further hearing on. And since we can resolve those two, we believe that the court will enter an order approving the sale because those two types of objections are resolved.
So what's the expectation with regard to when MRC would then be able to close on the sale of the facility, or the purchase of the facility?
Yeah, I think as soon thereafter as we can. I think, obviously we'll have a little bit more time because we got delayed by this to get everything together and ready to go, but we're working very hard to get everything in line so we can get closed as soon as possible, ideally in the next couple of weeks after the sale order enters.
Great. So not too far off the original schedule.
Absolutely not.
And for folks' information, we are proceeding along those lines that MRC is going to be purchasing the facility, and we're actually working with a number of good potential partners, private sector partners that we might work with to help share ownership and operation of the facility. And we're pursuing that primarily right now, as opposed to, as we had indicated previously a few months ago, going to our members to seek financing to restart and open up the facility. So we're pursuing the private partner angle first, and we're working on that. We've had very successful meetings with some folks that both participated in this most recent sale process, and there's some other folks that did not participate but have been showing interest in the facility. Didn't want to participate in the sale process just because of some of the complications with the liens and some other aspects. So we're feeling very positive about how things are proceeding. And with that, if there's any other, do you have anything else to say, Mike, that you wanted to add before we went and considered our next item?
No, I'm just, I'm happy that we were able to work with those two lien holders, and I'm confident we're going to be able to move forward.
And I would like to compliment you again on your efforts to do that. I mean, that was no small task, and you really went above and beyond to get those folks to work with us. So that's fantastic. I think it serves everybody's purposes. It's a win-win-win situation. All right. So we will, I will consider a motion to go into executive session.
I move we enter executive session per 1 MRS 4056E.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. We'll do a roll call vote. Dana?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Melissa?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
Kevin?
Yes.
Aaron?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
Sophie?
Yes.
And I am a yes. So with that, we'll be going offline. I will let folks know that we don't anticipate having any new information available after our executive session, which we expect will last less than an hour. We are also not anticipating any action by the board other than to adjourn.